So this isn't like the best place to take a video, but I have like this angelic aura around me. So I went ahead, let's go with it, and do my Furious 7 review. I love Fast and Furious. Love it. Since the first one, loved them all. Even when everybody else hated them, my favorite. So when it comes down to a new one, and they're estimating it's going to make like $1.3 billion dollars. This is a movie I was made fun of because I was excited for the second one. Yeah, now it's making billions and billions of dollars. And I really, really wish I could say I'm right on board with everybody. But honestly, the last couple, uh, they've been okay. It's just lost its soul. It's not about, street racing. It's not about family. You can't just say the word family every 5 seconds and make it about family. The first movie, they kind of showed the family. They showed how it worked. They talked about it. There was real kind of moments. This one was just explosion, explosion, death, death, explosion, explosion, car wreck, death, death, jumping out of airplanes in a car, jumping from building to building in a car, wash, rinse, repeat like Brock Lesnar, and it just got old. Um, I really wanted to like it. I enjoyed it. It was fun, and that's all you can really want from a good summer movie. But when it comes down to, I have seven, eight, nine of them, however many it eventually is, and I'm gonna show somebody, or I want to show my son, start watching him or something like that. But these last couple are down on the list. Furious 6 was pretty good. Same thing. It's just trying to do too much. The first three still loved to death. The fourth one, it was okay. It was cool to see everybody back. Fast Five, I liked. Fast Five seemed somewhat still in that kind of zone of the original movies. They were playing with the whole Ocean's 11 concept. It was all right. And then the last two movies happened, and I enjoyed watching them. They're fun. They just I forget them instantly. I don't remember any of the quotes. I mean, I can sit here and I can quote Too Fast, Too Furious, probably word for word. It's stupid. It's terrible, but it had a soul, and the newer movies just didn't have a soul. So I look forward to seeing how it continues. I think it's pretty cool that this car movie that I liked and kind of, people liked it, and the second one came out and it wasn't as big. I liked the second one a lot, and the third one came out and nobody went to go see it. I love the third one. That was probably the best part about this one, was the connection to Tokyo Drift. That was the best part of the last one, was how it ended with Tokyo Drift. Um, just so much waste, Ronda Rousey was wasted. Um, t- Tony Jaa was wasted. Jason Statham was wasted. You know, he didn't even, it wasn't even his story. It was, they changed it all into this whole hacker thing, and it was just like, it should be about revenge, all this kind of stuff, and they just kind of, it seemed like they don't have a lot of ideas going forward, so they want to save that for later, but that was what this whole movie was supposed to be about. Lastly, Paul Walker, Elephant in the Room. Um, they handled it as best as they could. It looked really good. If you weren't looking for it, you probably didn't notice when it wasn't him. It just didn't make sense for the rest of the series because, in Fast Five and Fat Furious 6, they were already done with the whole life. Vin and Paul were, settling down, and they were in a family, and they kids, and they were all that kind of stuff. And they were like, "Oh, Letty's alive, so that's all we're gonna do this for." Well, okay, well now why is Paul Walker's character Brian having to retire from that life when everybody else was supposed to have retired from that life already? And especially if Letty and Dom are now married, why are they not retiring? Um, so that was kind of, I understood they didn't want to kill him off. They needed to get him out of the story, all that kind of stuff. But I guess for a furious nerd, I guess you can call me, it didn't make a whole lot of sense. But hence the angelic, they wanted to honor him and all that stuff. We'll miss him. This was his movies. As silly as it was, he owned it, and it was good to see him one last time. And it will definitely, I think, hurt the next ones. I think we'll underestimate how important Paul was to his franchise. Vin Diesel is a star, but I think people are going to start to realize that even though I like Vin Diesel, he's not Superman. He's a car mechanic doing superhuman things, beating up Black Ops operatives and that kind of stuff. They need to dial it back into street racing, and that's what I thought they were gonna do with this one. A lot of the trailers kind of teased a return to that kind of stuff. Um, didn't really happen. Yeah, we're race wars for 5 seconds, and then we move on. That's it. So